we can get settled and then start everything.
Yep.
All right, everybody ready and settled?
Sure, why not?
Please don't make fun of the slow way I'm going to talk.
Please talk as slow as you want to.
Hello, my name is Christian Kincaid, and joining me here today are Kayla Carter and Stephanie Hunt. We'll be discussing the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. What we'll be doing is taking a look at their strategic decisions. We'll be analyzing their external and internal environments, give an overview of their financial situation, and present some possible concerns for the company and give some recommendations that could help take care of those concerns. I'll be starting us off with their strategies and some external factors that are currently affecting the company. The Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated uses differentiation as their generic strategy. The Coca-Cola bottle looks different from that of all the competitions, and it's recognizable around the world. Their goal was to create a bottle that, like I said, would be recognizable around the world and could be recognizable whether it was night or day. When we look at their corporate strategy, it's that of a single business strategy, which means that they have stayed in one business, which is the packaging of fountain drinks, and they are very proficient in that. They've been doing that since the company started, and they're going to continue doing that in the future. When looking at their external environment, we see that their industry has a low threat of entry. This is because potential competitors will face very high entry barriers, like substantial investments and fixed assets that keep them from joining the industry. This allows them sort of some wiggle room in their decision-making process that would not be in other industries. The Coca-Cola brand name also is one of the strongest in the world, which definitely has a positive impact on the Coca-Cola Bottling Company as a whole. Some threats the company is facing: socio-cultural forces, like people becoming increasingly more concerned with healthy drinking options, have kind of hurt them here recently. This increased focus on personal health has caused sales of Coke and like products to diminish, which in turn has hurt the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. Another threat that they're facing is the increasing importance of eco-friendliness to consumers. Now, even though we know that Coca-Cola bottles are 100% recyclable, people still perceive plastic bottles to be detrimental to the environment. When we look at their profitability, we can see that the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated is still very profitable, but that profitability has been diminishing in recent years. And if that trend continues, then the company will have to find ways to either cut their costs or to offset those costs. Now I'll be turning it over to Kayla.
You mean Stephanie?
Son of a bitch.
Go, Stephanie.
Thank you, Christian. Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated has had good opportunities that can help the company to achieve a good performance. However, it does have weaknesses that prevent the company from taking advantage of these opportunities. For instance, in Tennessee, bottlers are required to pay 1.9% tax on gross receipts related to bottled soft drinks, which includes non-alcoholic beverages except milk, fruit and vegetable juices, and cider, in any kind of container, whether carbonated or not. Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated is constantly facing socio-cultural pressures from environmentalists. The pressures on society to recycle and reduce waste has led to an increase in reusable glass and BPA-free bottles that consumers typically drink water from. This has become so prevalent that even on campus here at MTSU, our water fountains offer the option to refill bottles. Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated has created the first 100% recyclable plastic bottle that is made of 30% plant-based materials in response to the pressure from environmentalists. These pressures, coupled with the threat of the anti-sugar movement, have led to a decrease in overall soda sales. The anti-sugar movement has consumers looking for healthier drink options and less soft drinks. which means as Coca-Cola's sales of soft drinks decline, there will be less soft drinks to be bottled and distributed. For instance, in years past, it was commonplace for schools to have soda vending machines for students to use. Yet, as the anti-sugar movement gained traction, those vending machines were removed, thereby limiting a once profitable distribution channel for Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. Now, Kayla.
Now me. Even with lower number of soft drink consumers, Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated is still doing pretty well. Net sales increased 37.2%. Income from operations increased 43.8%. But their profitability is still diminishing. The base net income per share diminished 9.8%, where a comparable net income per share increased 19.5%. Their gross profits went up by $88,654 from year 2015 to 2016. But their net sales went up by $230,222. That's a difference of $141,568. Where's that difference going? It's going into the cost of sales. It actually, Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated had a net decrease during the first 3 quarters of this year. Some of our ideas to help resolve these issues.
I bet if you had a Coke right now, you would do a lot better.
Probably, because then I can take a drink. Due to the fact that over half of the world's population is either not drinking soft drinks or limiting the number of soft drinks that they intake, we believe that the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated should try to get a contract with Coca-Cola or another drink manufacturer to bottle other drinks like juice, tea, or coffee, which are healthier options. It would also be beneficial to run more marketing strategies like commercials, promotions, on billboards, and even on their trucks that normally sponsor the Coca-Cola logo, which with their healthier options like energy drinks, waters, rather than focusing mainly on the soft drinks. If the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated would advertise about its 100% recyclable bottles and that it's made up to 30% of plants more, we think that it would help people, the consumers, be more comfortable with buying something bottled from the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. And now, back to Christian.
In conclusion, we would like to thank you for taking your time to listen to our analysis of the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated. Stephanie, Kayla, and I have given an overview of the company's strategies, their external and internal environments, their current financial situation, and addressed some concerns and given some recommendations that could benefit the company. Thank you very much for watching, and go buy a bottle of Coke.
We were at 9:12.
Really?
Mhm.
And we still had like